Let's develop and scan some film from cartridge to negative to full picture. I decided to start developing and scanning my own film because I was using multiple labs and the scan qualities were very, very bad. The color was always very off. I had to edit them to make them look pretty decent. And then I would just pick up the negatives and say, I'll scan them myself. They would be dirty, they would be streaky, and I just decided that I would just take the whole process into my own hands. I had already developed and scanned my own film back in school, so I figured I would just try to do it at home. The first thing that you need to do is get your film from the canister onto a reel and into your light sealed tank. I'm only developing one roll of film today because I had just shot this roll and I really want to see the pictures that are on it and I don't feel like waiting to collect more. So I'm just going to waste all this time and effort doing one roll, but it's fine. I use a film puller. You just stick it in like this. Push it up. Listen to your click. There you go. So now what I do, because I don't do the whole canister opening thing, is once I go into the dark, I will pull this whole entire reel out completely, snip it at the end, and then with my white gloves on, because you don't want to touch this, you're gonna feel around to put it on the reel, and then go like that to click it all the way in until it's fully wrapped around the reel. Then you put it in your tank, seal it, and then you can come back out into the light to start developing it with your chemicals. I do this in my kitchen because I know that I just make a mess whenever I do this, so I'm not far from the sink. I have a rag, I'm on a surface that's not gonna suck any of the chemicals up, and I know that I could just wipe it up and be done. I just realized I was recording this with my phone, and I usually use my phone as my timer for each step. So now I need to find a different device to use a stopwatch. Okay, so now we've officially developed a roll of film. Let's take it out and see if we have pictures. We have pictures, yay! What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this off the reel. I'm gonna put one clip on the bottom to weigh it down so it doesn't curl, and then I'm gonna hang it on my hanger to dry for about 2 hours. Okay, so here it is hanging to dry. I know at this point some people will get those little squeegee things and squeegee down to dry it. I personally don't wanna risk any kind of streaks or scratches or anything, so I just let it dry an hour, 2 hours, it'll be perfectly fine, and then I'll show you how we scan it. This is my scanning setup here. I have a Nikon Z7 with a 105mm micro lens, and I have the standard negative supply carrier with the Cinestill light. I white balanced for the light prior, so I set a custom white balance, and then I make sure I have the right exposure. I do the single point focus so that it basically just tells me in the green if it's focused, and it's usually pretty accurate. And then I will just go frame by frame. And then I'm gonna use Negative Lab Pro to convert them from a negative to a positive. Now I brought all my pictures into my film scanning Lightroom catalog that I have. Here we'll just start with this one. We're gonna go, first we're gonna rotate right. I know a lot of people will do them like batch do them. I prefer to just do them one at a time. I leave a little bit of the border just because I like the vibe. I like to white balance it again, and then open up Negative Lab Pro, convert, and here we go. From here, you'll just make any of your adjustments, choose the film that you were using, and make your little edits, and that's it.